After teaching hundreds of guitar players, one thing became clear. 95% of technique problems come from the same few mistakes. But there is one exercise that fixes almost all of them in only 5 minutes a day, and it's so good I call it the super exercise. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to play this amazing exercise. My name is Simon, I've been playing guitar for over 15 years, have a degree in music, and built a learning platform playwithaplan.com, where guitar players are improving every day. A quick note before we start. This exercise is not for complete beginners, but it's great for beginners with some experience, all the way up to advanced players. Alright, I'll show you 3 different levels of the exercise. Level 3 is where it starts to get really exciting, but I recommend everyone to start with level 1. So let's look at that first. And for each level, I will first show you how to actually play it, and then I will give you some rules in order to play it correctly. Alright, let's start with how to play level 1. So in level 1, we're just going to use the 2 highest strings. We're going to start with a high E string. And first, we're going to play 3 and 4. Then we're going to play 5 and 6, but on the next string. So everything so far. Alright, now we're going to do a similar thing, but now we start on the B string. And we play 3 and 4 again. Then 5 and 6, but on the highest string. Okay, so the second half. That's the whole exercise for level 1. And as you can see, we're just playing 3, 4, 5, 6 all the time, but we're just changing strings. So the whole exercise slowly will sound like this. And then we just keep repeating that pattern. Right, now let's look at some rules to actually play it correctly. The first rule is to use your fingertips. So you don't want to use the flat part of your finger, but instead you want to use the fingertips. And to make it easier, you want to have some angle on your fingers, like this. Then try to play. And you will notice that it's hard to play perfectly with your fingertip all the time, especially with your first finger and also your pinky sometimes. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but just try as well as you can. Personally, it took me a long time to realize that you should use your fingertips and not the flat part of your finger. And rule number 2 is to use alternate picking. And that just means picking down, up, all the time. So like this. So that's level 1. Let's play through the whole thing. By the way, I recommend to learn exercises like this in level 4 of my guitar roadmap. To figure out what level you are in this roadmap and exactly what to learn next on guitar, just click the link in the description. It shows you exactly what to learn from beginner to pro. Very nice. Alright, let's check out level 2. And first, let's look at how to play level 2. And surprise, level 2 is harder than level 1, but it's still quite similar, because we're going to use the exact same pattern. But we're just going to play it across all strings. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, but now we start on a B string instead. Alright, and then we just keep going. So now we start on the G string. And we just keep going. Now we're going to use a very similar pattern and go back up again. We're still going to play 3, 4, 5, 6 all the time. We start on A string, 3, 4. Then 5, 6 on the lowest string. Then 3, 4 again on the A string. And 5, 6 on a D string. So slow we get this. Then we keep doing the same thing, but now from the next string. So that's going to be the 3rd fret of the D string. I will just keep going. Alright, so that's how to play the whole exercise. Now let's look at the rules. We still have the same rules as in level 1, which is to use your fingertips and also to use alternate picking. But now we also get a new rule. That is to let the notes ring as long as possible. Let me show you what I mean. And by the way, this is incredible for finger independence. So the thing is that you don't want to lift the fingers unless you really have to. Let's look at this. And after that, I'm just going to keep my finger here. And it's first when I move my first finger to a new string, that's when it's okay to stop the ringing. So look at this. Then I can stop. And now try to let all the notes ring again. Then I can stop, and same thing again. I know this might sound a bit confusing, but another way to think about it is to don't move your fingers unless you really have to. Alright, let's play through level 2. Next, it's time for level 3. It might take a while to get to this level, which is totally fine, because level 3 is more for intermediate to advanced players. But this is also where I start to call it the super exercise. So very good stuff. And we're going to play the exact same notes as in level 2. And we're almost going to use all the same rules, but only one difference. We're going to change alternate picking with something called economy picking. Let me quickly explain what economy picking really is. Let's take this phrase. So just the 7th fret on a D string. And the 5th fret on a G string. With alternate picking, we play down, up, down, up. But with economy picking, we continue the motion where possible. So look at this. So here we're playing down, up, down, down. We simply continue the motion where possible. Economy picking is honestly amazing. It's just a more efficient way of playing. So it's really good to get used to economy picking as quickly as possible, to be honest. It's just very good. And another thing to keep in mind is that we want one smooth motion. We don't want it like this. Like 2 separate picks, but we want one smooth motion. So not this, but this. Okay, so let's look at economy picking inside the exercise. All the economy picking is going to happen sometimes when you're changing strings. So first we play 3-4, normally with alternate picking. But here, since we're picking upwards, we're going to continue the motion. Okay. And then, when I get on the 3rd fret on a B string, we actually get an upstroke. So everything so far. Very slowly, it's going to look like this. I think it's actually easier to just study the tabs for this one instead of me explaining it. But the key thing to understand is that we use economy picking wherever it's possible. So whenever we can continue the motion with economy picking, then we do that. All right, let's play through the whole exercise. This whole exercise might feel very frustrating and challenging, so I also want to share some important practice tips. First of all, this exercise is really hard, so you will probably sound really bad when you're doing it, but that's also kind of the point. And it's really going to highlight your weak points, but that's a good thing, because then it's easy to get better at your weak points. The next tip is that this is not a speed exercise. Yes, you want to gradually build up speed and play it faster and faster, but it's much more important to play as clean as possible. And even though you play it quite slow, you will still get good results. The next practice tip is that 5 minutes a day is enough. You don't need to spend hours on this exercise, but you want to use the concept called spaced repetition. That means it's much better to have multiple small practice sessions instead of one big practice session. It's a bit like going to the gym. It's better to do a little workout every day instead of one big workout every week. Congratulations! You can now play the super exercise. In the intro, I mentioned that I spent more than $50,000 and 15 years to learn guitar. So in the next video, I'll actually share the 5 biggest lessons that completely changed my playing. Bye!